Seamus Casey is one of the best puck handlers in the 2022 draft. He can beat defenders one-on-one with dangles and evade them with perfectly timed skating moves. His creativity should allow him to accumulate points, this season with the US national program and over his NCAA career. To be selected high at the draft, however, Casey has to display more than his handling skills. He has to show that he can quarterback the offense and defend opponents both in transition and in his zone. In this video, to get a complete picture of the defenseman's play, we will break down one of his early season games.
High slot, right wing, moving in the toe, direct score! Seamus Casey, I believe that was, and USA leads 4-2.
So the US team attacks in the shift. Unfortunately, it looks like there's just one forward, so it's going to be hard for them to keep the puck. The other team gets it. They rim this around. I like this read from Casey. He anticipates the rim, so he's already gunning for this puck. He's probably going to be first on it, yes. So because he anticipated the play, he manages to steal the puck, passes it to his teammate, and this almost turns into a scoring chance. Now I like his positioning. He's very low in defensive zone, so he removes the closest attacker to him from the play. And it's impossible for the opposing winger to make a pass across the ice. He tries it anyway, and Casey intercepts this. Unfortunately, it looks like there's a penalty called against the US team. Now the US team is on a penalty kill. The puck gets rimmed down. The goalie stops this. He's going to try and create an exit, but the puck just bounces to the point. Let's rewatch the sequence. There's a point shot. Casey is net front, so his job is to take care of the net front opponent. He can do that in two ways. He can either shove the opponent and win body positioning, or he could take care of the opponent's stick. At first he does neither, so the opponent almost gets his stick on the puck, but I think Casey clears this before there's a shot attempt right there. The puck moves back to the point. Maybe Casey could have cut this passing lane, but it was pretty far from him. Another point shot. Casey doesn't take away the opponent's stick, but at least he shoves him away, so it makes it a bit more difficult for that opponent to tip the shot, and he's first on a rebound because he created a pocket of space in which to handle it. The puck gets rimmed down again. His teammate is going to be first on it. He passes it back to Casey, who moves it up ice. And that's a really nice move from Cooley, who passes it back to Casey, who makes a great escape move and finally finds the exit. So let's rewatch this. So you see a glimpse of Casey's skating ability, his elusiveness, and his puck moving skills right there. Instead of just moving this puck up ice straight away, what he does is he first attracts the F1, the forechecker, and he turns his feet. So he moves down, the forechecker commits to that direction, and as soon as Casey feels that the forechecker has commit, he changes direction and escapes. Takes a few steps into space and finds a pass. This is a neutral zone faceoff. Casey is in the middle of the ice, takes this puck, makes a nice lob pass to his teammate, and that's a pretty great scoring chance. So what I really like about this play is Casey's movement. Instead of taking this puck flat-footed, what he does is accelerate toward the opposing boards. This changes the offensive picture, it creates more passing lane for him, and he also attracts two defenders on himself. Because he does that, he opens this area for his teammate. He can now accelerate toward the net and fire. So Casey's playing in the offensive zone in this shift. The other team tries to break out. I like his gap right there. He stays real close to his man. This allows him to intercept his pass. And then he finds the open man on the regroup. That's a nice passing exchange from the US team. And a goal. So a really nice sequence from Casey that leads to this passing play and the goal. So Casey's coming in from the bench in this shift. You just saw him appear at the top of your screen. He gets this puck. And this is just a nice display of stick handling from him. He creates this shooting lane and a potential scoring chance. So let's rewatch this. So when evaluating stick handling, you look for a few elements. In this shift, you see Casey handled mostly with his top hand. The puck is also on the heel of his blade. These are both good things. He also keeps the puck in his hip pocket, so it's easier for him to protect it from attempted poke check from the defenders. And he's also baiting those poke checks, so he's just not stick handling aimlessly, although he's dancing around a bit defensive zone. He's trying to bait defenders, stop their movement, and then step around them to fire on net. So there was a purpose to his kind of dance, and he's also a pretty good technical handler. So Casey's in the offensive zone again. The other team attempts a breakout. And what do you see? Casey is right on top of his man. So He completely removes number 25 from the play. The opposing puck carrier can't make a pass up to that high attacker because Casey is just going to stick left and cut that pass. So that puck carrier has to look elsewhere to make a play. Just because of Casey's perfect positioning right there, he's influencing the opposing breakout. So that's really good from him. So now the opposition chooses to make a play up the strong side. It's going to be a much harder play. The attacker loses the puck. And I also like that Casey is retreating right there. So there's potential for a 2-on-1 if the puck makes it through. So what he does is, instead of staying real close to his man and creating a breakaway, he just retreats a bit more, and he anticipates that he might have to absorb that 2-on-1. So nothing happened, but those were really great rush decisions from rush defense decisions from Casey. The US team is on the attack in this shift. Unfortunately, they lose the puck soon after entering the offensive zone. Now the other team has a rush chance. This is a 2-on-2 with a close back checker, with a 2-on-1 on Casey's side of the ice, and he cuts the pass. So let's rewatch this. The best thing Casey can do in this instance is play the pass, which he does. He reads the puck carrier, and as soon as he thinks the puck carrier is going to make this pass, he lays a stick on the ice, and he just stops it. So another well-defended rush from Casey. Now his partner is in trouble, so Casey has to provide a passing option. He does, he hinges, so he retreats back toward his goal line, provides an easier passing lane for his teammate. And I also like, let's rewind, I also like that Casey changes side. So the puck is coming from one side of the ice, that side is congested, so the best thing you can do is move the puck cross ice, to the other side. This creates an entry for his team. There's a drop pass, and they lose the puck again. So there's another battle on the wall. Casey is right in the pile. He gets the puck. Good plays from him, and he finds his teammate low in the zone. Let's rewatch this. Casey has a defender in his face, but he still waits for his teammate to get in position, get inside space, and he feeds him the puck. This was a small lane for him to do so, but he still managed to connect with his teammate. There's a face-off at center ice after the other team scored. The puck moves to Casey. Like he did before, he attracts the forechecker on himself before making a pass to his teammate. So he transfers his own time and space to his teammate. Oh, this turns into a 2-on-1 again. So Casey adjusts his speed, and with a well-timed slide, manages to cut this play. So another good defensive play from him. Let's rewatch this sequence. So Casey gets this puck on the wall. He has no option really. He could rim this puck around, but he prefers a controlled play. So he tries to establish body positioning and keep a hold of this puck by spinning on the forechecker. Doesn't really manage to do it, but he still protects the puck, and now his teammate can make a play on it. That's a good stretch pass. Maybe that was overly ambitious from his teammate. So this is still 4-on-4 hockey. The US team gets a pretty good scoring chance. This is almost a 2-on-0, but his teammate just misses his top corner shot. Now this is a 2-on-2 rush the other way. Casey's away from the puck. And that's another good play from him. So, of course, we have to rewatch it. 2-on-2 rush. Casey's taking care of the off-puck attacker. He doesn't just scan for him, but he also moves in front of him. So this completely removes that attacker from the play. The opponent can't access the puck in any way. And the scoring chance dies. So another really well played rush defense sequence from Casey. So the US team is on the power play. Casey has the puck. He's going to try and create this entry. And he does that beautifully by faking and freezing the defense. Let's rewatch this. So you don't really need to make a pass if you can use the threat of it. And that's exactly what Casey does. He keeps the puck in his hip pocket. He advances slowly and he fakes passes left and right. So defenders have to respect the threat of the passes, and by just doing that and using the space his teammates create for him, so his teammates are ahead of him, they push back down the line of defense. Casey manages to enter the defensive zone slowly but effectively. Now he moves this to the point. Changes the puck back. Again, you can see his poise. He always attracts the defender on himself before making a pass. He almost loses the puck in this instance, but still manages to find a teammate. It gives passing options too. Again, attracts, gets his puck back. He uses his teammate to create space. and this could have been a goal if his teammate had not broken his stick. So really good puck distribution from him and really good offensive concepts. Attracting defenders, using teammates to create space, faking, passing quickly, or holding the puck to create a better scoring chance. Casey gets a chance to display his skills in overtime. He has the puck. He dumps it to a teammate who cuts back and gives it back to Casey. Casey accelerates. The defender tries to recover, so he opens up his legs and Casey fires right through them. Let's rewatch this. Casey knows in this instance that he has a speed difference with the defender, and he's right in the middle of the slot, so this is a pretty good firing chance. That defender tries to recover, tries to match the speed of Casey or the movement of Casey, just opens up his legs, and Casey takes this chance. Pretty clever play from the defenseman.
Seamus Casey's many offensive talents were on display in this game. He evaded forecheckers and won the offensive zone by manipulating the neutral zone trap of the opposition. We also saw his playmaking abilities. He created lanes and distributed the puck well. He made sure to attract defenders on himself to create more space for teammates before passing to them. But overall, it was his rush defense that impressed me the most. His gap was aggressive of the rush, when he defended the puck carrier, and also when he covered off-puck attackers. He broke a couple of odd-man rushes too, by cutting the passing lane and by closing on the puck carrier at the right time, as the opponent tried to pass or then goal and had his head down. He could have boxed out attackers better in his zone, and sometimes his play were risky, but besides that, it was a great game from Casey. So that's it for this report. If you want more videos like this, please like and subscribe. You can also check out epringside.com for more prospect analysis.